Doug NPA back on another video. So this is a very serious issue for me. Single mothers trying to co-opt Father's Day. Any single mom that tries to get recognition on Father's Day is an awful person. I'm just going to say it right at the beginning of this video, okay? I did a stream yesterday about professional women and why they think that men don't want to have kids. And in that stream, I put a TikTok compilation of single mothers trying to get credit on Father's Day. So check that out. I'll leave a link in the description box. And I found this article on Wealthy Single Mommy. I go to these sites so you don't have to, guys. And Emma Johnson wrote this article, Why Single Moms Don't Get to Celebrate Father's Day. Now, you may be thinking, oh, this sounds great. So there's a little bit of pushback, but remember, Emma Johnson is advocating for single moms. So while a couple of her points are clear, you're going to see a couple of left turns in this. So keep your eye out as we're going through this article. Before I get into the article, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. It shows you support me and what I'm doing over here. And let's see what Emma Johnson has to say about why single moms don't get to celebrate Father's Day. Let's go. Plenty of memes going around Facebook giving Father's Day shout outs to single moms who do it all. Make your way down the card aisle and you will come across Hallmark cards. They have half a dozen designed celebrating moms on this day. Cards read, Happy Father's Day, Mom. Mom, you're the best. Thanks for being both father and mother. Happy Father's Day to all the single moms pulling double ditty. And then she says, it's not okay to wish single moms a happy Father's Day. Thank you for that, Emma Johnson. We're finally starting to see pushback on this foolishness. You don't see dads trying to co-opt Mother's Day. It's never happened. It says, should you wish single moms a happy Father's Day? In short, moms never get to celebrate Father's Day. Don't wish any female-gendered person, female-gendered, happy Father's Day. It is absolutely uncool to every male, female, adult, and child. That part is true. Why people wish single moms a happy Father's Day? Now, I've always wanted to see what a woman would say about this. So let's see what she says. Overwhelmed and often justifiably resentful mothers who do not have a supportive co-parent, whether she is in a relationship or not, have long taken on the mantra, I am the mother and the father. What an awful thing to say. What an awful thing to say. Subtext, I do the work of the two parents that a child should have because the asshole won't do his share. Sometimes the backstory is less bitter and involves the death of a father. Now, I always say this on my channel, guys, no single mothers ever, but if you choose to deal with single mothers, a widowed single mother is your number one bet. They're number one. I get it. I really get it. I get that you do all or most of the work. I get that he checked out. And that is so wrong. And absentee fathers hold men, women, fathers, mothers, and most of all children back. Absentee fathers is a big freaking problem in this country, as I've explored in numerous posts. What to tell your child when their father is not involved. I might have to review that article for my channel. I'm making it in my work a priority to address and remedy. Why you shouldn't wish single mothers happy Father's Day. Now we're going to get into it. Now, she makes a couple of left turns in the next two sections. So see if you can pay close attention, because once again, she's a woman and she can't help herself. First, no child is guaranteed two parents. For thousands of years, there were two parents in the home. Thousands of years. It's only recently that it's sad that we have to say that. It's just sad. In fact, throughout most of history and societies around the world, children were raised by whole clans. The idea of a two-parent nuclear household is an advent of the past 150 years. I don't think that's true. Most societies were agrarian. You had the father, the mother, and 7 kids working on the farm. So I don't think that's true at all. Second, the problem of absentee fathers is not because men are inherently horrible. Thank you, Emma, for saying that, and do not care about their children. The reason so many kids suffer without a father and mothers of those children struggle to raise them is an institutionalized and complex social shit show which is caused by both genders equally and hurts both genders equally in summary. See, I don't think so. I think that mothers are the problem in the United States, at least, especially black mothers. In the late 60s, early 70s, government started offering women government assistance to push fathers out of the home. Even now, in the current day, in paternity court, women are incentivized to try to get sole custody, removing the father, limiting the child's role in the child, limiting the father's role in the child's life. It's all women's fault. Now, listen to this, guys. Once again, she's a woman. She can't help it. Our society, culture, and policy has institutionalized the patriarchal model that men are breadwinners and women are caretakers. The P word, you had to have known it was coming sooner or later. Countless articles bemoan that even educated, high earning married women do far more child care and housework than their husbands. She quotes an article saying that men that are in a female dominated job, when they're married to a woman, they overcompensate on male housework to be more manly, and women who make more than their husbands overcompensate on the female traditional duties in the household. So they try to cook more, clean more, whatever, so they can compensate for the masculine role of being the breadwinner. So I actually have a video on my channel about that if you want to go look at it. Now let's look at separated and divorced families. Only one state, Kentucky, as of 2019, has any laws that guarantee that both parents, mothers and fathers, are guaranteed a presumption of equality when it comes to parenting time. The rest of the states default to the decades-old mantra of best interests of the child, which means that both parents are encouraged to fight tooth and nail and to prove they're the better parent. The reward for which is majority custody and parenting time. I think it's down to 86% of the time, the woman gets the kids. 86% of the time, they can be poor, broke, they can be harmful to the children, but they will give the mother children 86% of the time. That's the grim reality, guys. Conflict between parents ensues. The less parenting time, fairness, and the more conflict studies show, the less involved fathers are, and that's true. You just know that if a man is not put on child support, he will give more time and money to his child. But most of the time, if a woman puts you on child support, what are you going to see that child as? A bill that if you don't pay, you will go to jail. The men check out. Fatherlessness ensues. Inconsistent involvement from fathers is tied to every social ill, emotional and academic delays, low unemployment, incarceration, addiction, and an increased likelihood of repeating these family patterns. Instead of fatherlessness, she should say single mother homes ensues. Because these single mothers raise these kids to be criminals. 5 things never to say to your kids about their father. You are not a father. Only a father can be a father. By saying I'm taking credit for being a father, you tell your children fathers are replaceable, and that's true. They are not. It's heartbreaking that your kid's dad is not an equal parent, but that doesn't mean that his absence is irrelevant. It's not. It's a big deal. Your children deserve the honor of feeling sad mourning the absence of a committed dad. Men are irrelevant. Men aren't irrelevant. Thank you, Emma. I appreciate you for saying that too. You don't die when you don't have a romantic partner. Your kids don't die when their dad isn't around. But that doesn't make men irrelevant. You have a son or you have a daughter. If you're going to teach our children to respect women, we must respect all genders equally, and that is true 100%. Now, you hear this one in the black community a lot, though. This concept, I'm black. I can tell you guys all about it. I'm a martyr and you owe me. How many of you guys have heard your mom say that? I brought you into this world. I did all this stuff for you. You owe me. First of all, no one owes you shit, no matter the day of the year. Thank you, Emma, for saying that. Second, your kids don't owe you because you raised them. The makeup of their family, the involvement of each parent is on those parents. You do you, raise your kids, and stop asking them or the world for acknowledgement. There you go. single mothers on Father's Day. Get out of here, man. What a scummy thing to do. And the fact that these corporations and these simps are pandering to these single moms, man. I'm telling you, any dude that panders to a single mom should not be in your close circle at all. Your dad sucks. He might suck. You might be right, but don't say that to your kids directly or passively. Trust me, I get the temptation. I've been guilty of saying bad stuff about my kid's dad. Yeah, because of course Emma Johnson's a single mom, but it's not pretty, and you will feel bad later. Look, she has a link to this 26 reasons being a single mom is awesome. I might have to cover that one. Your dad will never be an important part of your life. This may be true, but it may not. There are many, many examples of parents who checked out of their kids' lives but reemerge to be meaningful fathers and mothers. Guys, here's the thing. If you check out of your kid's life, I think I advocate if a woman has a child against your will, pay your child support and move on. Don't, what does Mr. Palmer say? Keep your veins cold, move on. But don't come back into that kid's life. Don't do that, guys, okay? You don't get to do that. If you check out, stay checked out. And if that kid comes knocking on your door 15 years later saying, "You're my dad," you say, "It's nice to meet you." Tell them to take 3 steps back away from your front door and slam the door in their face. Keep it consistent. You don't owe this child anything. You have to do everything legal under the law, and that's it. Maybe they finally get the priorities straight. Like I said, she can't help herself. Or deal with mental health or financial issues that hold them back from being involved. Other times, the vitriol of the divorce or breakups aside to make room for healthy co-parenting. And most of the time, I found it's the women who have the vitriol in the breakup. It's the men that have the vitriol in divorce, but it's the women that have the vitriol in the breakup. If you establish that Father's Day does not involve your kid's father, you close that door of hope. Instead, you do what you can to raise those gorgeous children. Should single mothers celebrate Father's Day? It may mean welcoming in other male figures, even if their dad is actively involved. It is impossible to have too much love for our kids. A little more here. It may mean growing your community by way of friends and neighbors and other bonds that make life full and happy, even if the love does not come from people whom you favor the most. I believe you can do better. Believe you will do better, and whenever you're ready to step up, please do. It's never too late. Emma Johnson, semi-based on this, but she threw in a couple of the typical single mom, hate for single mother terms. But, let me know what you think about this article. And have you ever encountered a single mom that wants to be celebrated on Father's Day? Let me know in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you on the next one.